welcome back to this Let's Play of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Last time, Kreia just got separated from the party and ended up losing a hand, but we'll get back to her. We're trying to get to the Ebon Hawk right now, which is our ship to
This
get
door's
out of here.
magnetically sealed. I can't believe this. The ship's right out there, and we can't get to it.
Okay, yeah. Repeat that again? What did you just say?
Huh? What is that piece of junk saying?
Okay. Apparently in this case he's actually talking useful, at least as far as our character understands it. And he says he can open the hangar bay door. He's also making some comments about your mother, Ad, but we won't repeat those.
How can you even understand that noise?
And I like this explanation. I'll explain someday when we're not being chased by 100 or more stealth Sith killers.
Alright, well, if he can slice the door open from the terminal above, don't let me stop him.
And we were trying to do this earlier and failed, so now we just do that. If you didn't try and fail earlier, you still have to waste a computer spec to try and do it the old-fashioned way. But I'll just kill these droids off screen. Down at the end of this hallway, there's another footlocker there that happens to be locked. We have two people in the party that can pick locks, so it's not like that's a major challenge. There were even more of those droids down here. This is one of those places where it's very important to have people set on solo mode and with ranged weapons, because otherwise, if once the fighting starts, your characters will just charge straight in. If you look at my main character, who, when she selects a sonic mine, she can actually use disable droid to blow up a mine. It's not useful to do so, from the standpoint of you don't get XP and you don't get a mine out of it. But if you're just looking to get past the mines, you don't care about the XP or the sale value, I guess you could do it. Maybe not the best thing to do from a pure min-maxing standpoint, but frankly, I don't really need the XP that badly. As I mentioned, getting lots of XP is not really all that important. I don't know if it's actually dynamic difficulty or it's just the way that the game is set up that you automatically get essentially more XP from killing enemies if you're lower level, so your level always kind of evens out. Apparently I also destroyed that last mine there with
Time to take you down to size.
my attack. And Atton's getting killed here. I suppose I could use I could use a shield on Atton, but I'm not gonna bother.
Time to even the odds.
Anyway, we gained some more levels, so I'll do that off screen and be right back. I guess it's level 7 for droid upgrade class 2. The item I got is not actually all that useful. I mean, it's just a skill bonus for a skill that I'm not using. But hey, skill bonus items are always at least somewhat useful because they are used in crafting. If there's a frustration point there. Eventually, there's nothing left to craft. But the only skill that's not used in crafting is Persuade, and I don't know what the highest Persuade challenge is in the game. I'm guessing it's probably in sort of the 15, 16 range, and the way I'm doing it, where I'm going to essentially max out Persuade at all levels, is probably overkill. And I probably didn't need that extra intelligence, but it's easier than trying to figure it out. Let's look at this console. The correct way to do this is to repair it and then use computer spikes to reroute the system. I'm not going to bother, I'm just going to break the thing. You lose like 300 XP, or you missed like 300 XP for doing that.
Poisoned.
And Atton gets poisoned, I really don't care. but it takes 5 computer spikes, and actually I'm not even sure I have that many. And even so, it's sort of 300 XP is not that important to justify using quite that much. And it's not like the poison is dangerous. I put the gas mask on my main character, you know, just on the off chance that it was. Wow, I mean, look at that and go. He's barely injured at all. So, here's the Ebon Hawk. We'll be getting on in a second. There's a couple of containers scattered around this area, so we'll have to pick all those up. But, it's not anything particularly interesting. I'll do it off screen. We're all cleaned up and ready to go. The game gives you a warning here that this is a point of no return. If you have anything left to do on Peragus, you've got to do it now. Really, there's not anything to come back here for. There's not anything you could really forget. The one thing that you want to make sure you pick up from this area is the HK vocabulator off of the assassin droid you killed earlier. That's really the only item you can miss here that actually matters. Yeah, the rest of it, well, you know, it's just random loot, so there's not anything to miss.
Quick! We're gonna need some time to fire up the engines. Let's give the laser turret a workout.
Okay, and we skipped a little movie there, which had the laser turret coming out. Now, nominally, the best way to do this, or the correct way to do this, is actually just to let them all on board. I'm not going to do that. It just takes too long to kill them, and it's just not all that interesting from a standpoint of they're just, you know, guys. They're worth quite a lot of XP, but as I said, I'm not really all that thrilled by, you know, min-maxing the amount of XP. I might want one or two. One of them got on board. Oh no! I'll show you what happens. Yeah, maybe I'll let a couple on. You just fight them on board in character rather than as a turret. And there are 25 of them, I think. And actually fighting all of them on board is quite interesting because they're no pushovers. I mean, they're not super hard, but they're not. They're definitely not as easy as the guys on the ship who, you know, on the Harbinger, you know, the Sith assassin guys. So. And so I let 2 of them on board, and I'm just going to kill them off. Normally, you know, essentially if all 25 of them are on board, they're, you know, in groups of like 4 or 5. And there's quite a few of them right in this first area, actually. So it's actually quite easy to get overwhelmed by them. But, you know, I'm not getting the maximum XP, but I don't really care.
Alright, let's get out of here!
Okay, and Kreia magically shows up. We can ask about Kreia's hand.
There is no time. We must leave.
The movie we just missed showed the Harbinger shooting at us.
If they hit us, we're dead. If they keep missing us, it's great odds. Somebody shut that trash compactor up!
Okay. And you know, this is a good cliffhanger, so I'm going to leave it right here. But hey, we got off Peragus, right?